YouTube, what's up? We told you we'd be back to the Uwharrie Forest.
Yep.
We had our video, most recent one, as of today. This is August the 30th of 25. You know, the one at Walker's Creek Trailhead we did in the hot humidity, and we could only make it up to Eaglefield Road. Now we are at, well, as we promised, the Luther Place Trailhead. Not used as much. It's a spur trail. I think it's 0.6 miles, so a little over half a mile to the Uwharrie Trail from here. And then we're going to hike to Eaglefield Road. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Eaglefield Road, where we left off. And then we're going to go back and hike to Camp 7 and hopefully find it. And to the highest point of the Uwharrie Forest, we will hit Kings Mountain. Yep. So that's our plan. But check out this place. Check out the parking area. Luther's Place is a family had donated this access point to the Forest Service, is my understanding. The Luthers, and they have a farm out here. So when you pull in, it's kind of like a driveway, but you keep to the left, and then you'll see the Forest Service. This is a beautiful day today as well. And then show them where the sign is. Where's that trail sign?
That sign?
Yeah. And then in the brush here, you do have it. Uwharrie. And then right here is your access to walk in. So, what a cool find, man. We have found Luther Place Trailhead. Some people used to say it was really hard to find, or let's leave it unknown. But our thing is, it's here and it's available. Use it with respect. If you need to, like us, it's helping us section out the Uwharrie Trail, which is our goal. And that's what we're working on, sectioning out these pieces of the trail, because we mainly do daytime hiking and day trips. And then let people know about the access points, and so other people can have some awesome experiences out here and make memories. So here, we're going to hit this trail and see what it looks like. Bigfoot, they say Bigfoot is in the Uwharries. They have a Bigfoot festival out in the area now. You can look that up. But we're at the northern part of the Uwharrie Forest. There's not many Bigfoot sightings or calls or whatnot in this section. It would be more in the southern section and out toward Morris Mountain, supposedly. But anyway, we're gonna hike this trail and see what it looks like. That's just a old access road there. That's all that is. An old road that comes out to this gate. But what you want to do is take this trail here, old post, some rocks, and then you have the yellow, the awesome yellow, and stacked rocks. And then as you walk this trail from Luther Place, they've done some very good job on marking it, because there's some fresh yellow paint again. There's a lot of webs out here because people don't use this often. And then you have a sign right here. Today, King Mountain is 2 miles one way, and then the Moffett Trailhead is 3.1 miles. What do you think so far, bud?
Pretty cool. Old tire out there.
Where? Yeah. A lot of, like I say, there's a lot of webs as you walk this. I'm having to knock them down, but very well marked. Again, the yellow and the rocks are stacked. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with how they got it marked. It's definitely a footpath. And then I'm hitting more webs. This time of year, you will definitely land them. So the volunteers that come out and do this trail maintenance, we definitely appreciate you guys doing that. So you do have a lot of spider webs out here on this spur this time of year, but it's well marked with the yellow paint. Remember, the yellow markers are for side trails, and definitely a good footpath you can see. So far so good. And it looks like it's been well kept up as well.
It's clean.
So,
A lot of rock.
and then look at this. Real pretty out here. Some stacked rocks here. Funky looking mushroom. We found, looks like a
Shaggy bark. Potentially.
I think it's a shagbark hickory. Can't quite tell, but yeah. Because of all the bark, the shagging. So yeah, that might be a shagbark hickory tree. There's a big old burl growth on these trees. Doesn't harm the tree or anything, that's what we're told. But yep, you'll see some of those periodically too. Now if they're really big burls on really big trees, that's like finding gold for a carpenter, because they say you can cut and use burls to make some pretty stuff as far as furniture or art, wood art stuff. Anyway, back to the trail. We made it.
We did it. We got to the intersection.
Now we're on the Uwharrie Trail. We've done the Luther Spur Trail. It's about a half mile. Some say 0.6, something like that. But you'll come across an intersection. There's the Spur Trail behind you, right? Where the yellow is, and show them that sign right here. Uwharrie. And then there's a sign here that says, basically it tells you how to go to Walker's Creek Trailhead from here. So it's been open for a few years now, but it's about 2.25 miles from this intersection to Walker's Creek Trailhead. So check the other video out on that section we've done. And then we have a playlist, Uwharrie Forest playlist and Burkett Wilderness playlist. So y'all can check those out too if you want to. We're going to head down to Eaglesfield Road and stop there so that we can say we finished this section where we left off from the Walker's Creek Trailhead in the last video. And then we'll hit you up on some highlights, and then we'll work our way back up to here to Kings Mountain. Well, Camp 7, then Kings Mountain. All right, guys. We found some free snacks in the forest. We have muscadines. These muscadines, there's a vine nearby. They're all over this part of the Uwharrie Trail. They're all down in here, but supposedly I don't like the skin so much. They're tart, but we got muscadines. Cool deal. You never know what you might find out here. So yes, there's plenty of Bigfoot food. There's muscadines. Sections have blueberries. And so yeah, But suppose he's a meat eater, so I don't know. Because Bigfoots kill deer and they eat deer, supposedly. But anyway, there is muscadines all through here, this section. Cool find. I mean, people can make muscadine jellies and jams and use them in pies and cakes. Hey, what about muscadine moonshine? Anyway, we'll catch you later as we find some more cool stuff. Big old horsefly thing, but I think he's injured or something because he's not moving right. So speaking of earlier muscadines, North Carolina does have a lot of muscadine wine. Duplin Winery, Eastern North Carolina, it's a massive one, and they do muscadine wines. Children's Winery. But check this out, we found a huge massive rock pile up in here. There's some rocks. Oh. These are big.
These are big old rocks.
Here, I want to stand beside of it.
Boulders here.
Look how big this is. When you stand with it, massive slate of rocks. Pretty cool find. It's right on the trail too, so we're gonna hike up and there's more rock up there. So we'll film it as we go up this hill. It makes you wonder though, probably the Indians and stuff use some of these rocks because you can tell some are weathered, but they may have cut sections off to make rock tools, spears, and later arrowheads. So this whole section is these big rocks. And some look like they've been cut. Of course it could be weathering, and some look like chipped away. We'll keep going up and see what else we find.
We made it to Eaglesfield Road where we stopped last time.
There we go, guys.
We made it.
This is the private road, like we said before. We made it where we stopped on our last video. Eaglesfield Road, I think is what it's called. It's not his private property on the road, of course. It's a private drive. We have found a pit off trail slightly. We saw that as we came up. We saw some gullies, old creek beds. They're dried out right now. But yeah, that's the drive, and it says probably keep out up there. Somebody's home. So park at Luther's place, or better yet, Walker's Creek Trailhead, and you can hike all this section. So our goal is on the way back. Oh yeah, we was gonna tell you, we did pass some rocks, massive rocks on the side of the trail. And some look like they're chipped. A few mushrooms. Beautiful section. It just amazes me what you can find in each section of this trail. Every trailhead's got something special. But so there's several rock piles we saw, some on the trail and some not far off the trail, that were probably quarries for the Native Americans, the Indians, to use to make rock tools out of. So we're gonna head back up the trail to where Luther Spur connects, and we're gonna hit you up when we get back there, and then work away southbound to Kings Mountain. And like I said, we promised Camp 7 will be on here too. Example of this big rock right here on the trail, you can see that's being definitely cut, chiseled out and cut over time. These markings all the way back and even into here. So there's a site here, archaeological site. This is probably one of them that was from the Indians getting their rock tools and stuff. Also, Wake Forest, there is documents showing they did a archaeological studies out here. Probably this area and probably another site nearby, but that's been probably a couple decades ago, maybe 20 years ago or so. Some other universities have done studies out here too, and archaeological studies to on our ancient peoples. But a lot of history out here, really cool find, but that gives you a really good idea how that's been worked. And Ethan's got something in his pocket we picked up just now to show you guys that we think we found a back of a spear point, possibly, or a arrowhead. You can tell when this could have been worked by the edges. I don't know, but it's broke off right here. It's kind of got that V in the back. But anyway, so you never know what you might find out here. Of course, we just picked this up. It was laying on the trail, so we'll just put it back down, but we'll get back to you as we find some other stuff. What's happening? Okay, as promised, we're back here at the Luther Spur Trail. Okay, so the reason we're stopping on Camp 7 first, we've never been, and then we're going to stop at Kings Mountain, the highest point on Uwharrie Trail, because we've done the highest point of the trail to John Moffat's Trailhead already. And from that, we went to Little Long Mountain and to Poison Fork Creek already, and then we went from jumping off rock, or jumping rock trailhead, up to the top of Dark Mountain, so, and back to Poison Fork Creek. So we've done those sections, in other words, already. It's in our playlist. So we're doing to Kings Mountain as far as we'll go today. Then we're gonna hike back up to the Luther Spur Trailhead where we parked. Then our next section will be somewhere out the other end of Dark Mountain, so we can hike up to the top from the backside. Because we haven't done the southern sections of the Uwharrie Trail yet, but we'll have those done probably over the next month or so as we section them out. But anyway, this old tree here's been sawed on the woodpeckers. I just saw. It looks like it. I don't know. It's got holes all in it, don't it? A log or whatever. Alright, so as we're hiking southbound from Luther Spur Trail, it sounded like something just threw something at us in the woods in the distance to our right. It sounded like, I don't know if it was a thick stick or a rock, but something was thrown and ain't nobody here but us. So we're gonna do a tree knock and see what happens. But yeah, what's cool about the Uwharrie Trail is you can come out here on a holiday weekend, like we are, Labor Day weekend, and be left alone. We've not seen anybody, and that's what we like. We don't like crowds, and people person to an extent, but people kind of ruin that experience if you get too many. So, all right, we'll let you know if we hear anything else. But that was odd. But we did a tree knock to see what happens.
We found the trail to Camp 7. 0.3.
There's your trail turn marker in the yellow. So it goes this way to Camp 7. We'll have to be careful here at Camp 7. A few YouTube videos that we've researched on. They're several years old, but multiple times it said that there were a couple of those copperheads near Camp 7. Camp 7 is one of the scout camps from the 1970s, and we'll check it out and get that documented on this video. So we'll pick it back up once we arrive here shortly at the camp. We made it to Camp 7. Now I'll read you the plaque. This is the plaque. Of everybody who did this one. This is one of the, it says the Uwharrie Trail on the top. Camp number 7, Twin Springs, and it's got a list of them. It looks like it was put in 1977, March 26, 77. Check this bottom of the sign. It says, "Beware the doom that came to Eden, Snake Country." So Snake Country, yeah, beware of the copperheads. Occasionally they're out here, but we haven't seen any. This camp is unique because he's gonna film it real quick. It's got double sides. Big old copperhead, no kidding. See, look, this is what's unique. It's got a left and right side, or north and south, or however you want to say it. It's probably east and west, but that's pretty cool, man. And somebody was courteous enough to leave some wood to burn, so that's good, because you can burn dead wood out here. And this is a very nice campsite. It's cleaned out. We didn't see any evidence of snakes.
Nope.
There's a small one right here that people can hang out at. Some logs to sit on. You can tell people's camp over this way too. The stream has a little water in it.
I wouldn't drink it though.
But most of it is dried out. I wonder how that's got water, but
Underground.
there it don't. Underground, yeah. Because see, back here, it's coming out of the ground.
Yep, it's dry back there. It's a spring.
Literally, it's coming underground there.
Yep, underground spring.
Because up there it is dry, and then it's coming from underground and going up in here and over. So Camp 7.
Strange flat area.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna walk in this thing. We're going to, it's right off the trail.
On the way to Kings Mountain.
It's a little ways off the trail, not far. We saw an opening, we want to explore it. All right, what's happening? We made it to Kings Mountain, elevation 1020, highest point on Uwharrie Trail. This is a new sign. Our previous video has the original sign because some moron probably took the old sign.
Mm-hmm.
Leave stuff alone. And we found some blueberries, old, but you can tell they've been in that round. We found muscadines. We found an old mine pit, pretty big. All right, so we're running out of battery, but yeah, like, subscribe, share stuff, and we'll see you in the next adventure. But we made it